Ladies and gentlemen, you may have noticed over the past couple of days, I didn't make any videos on Season 5, and normally I have an update video go up, talk about the Battle Pass and everything in between. I was away on vacation, so I got a little sunburnt, and I happened to miss the launch of Season 5. I apologize, normally I'm always here for that kind of thing. I will do better to schedule things better in the future, but what we are doing today is diving into what I believe is the most important part of Season 5, and that is the story. That's what we kind of do best around here on the channel. And Season 5 for the story is really big. We see the return of Graves. He warns us about Vladimir Makarov, and we get information as to what happened to General Shepard after the end of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. So all of that information is received through the Season 5 cinematic cutscene. We're going to take a look at that and then break everything down and everything that you actually need to know within this cutscene. And this one's a lot. It's the biggest addition to the story since the end of the campaign. So I think you guys will really enjoy this one. And if you do, you want to see more story videos like this one, the best way to show me is hitting that like button, subscribing, turn notifications on, all of that jazz. But for now, this is how Graves returns from the dead, kind of. You'll see what I mean.
Commander Kareem.
My directions were clear?
Yeah, there's not much I can't find. Alex.
Shadow himself.
Welcome, Graves.
Heard you died in a tank in South America.
Well, I wasn't in that tank. What else you heard?
We're fighting our own battles here. We have no time for rumors.
Farah, I have always liked your style. Respect.
You've been helpful to our cause.
You can thank General Shepard for that.
Been a minute since we heard from the general.
Well, he's been, occupied.
War is everywhere.
Ain't that the truth? Battle plan.
Al-Mazrah.
Russians are in country.
Yeah, Coney Group. Whew. Right in your backyard.
What do you propose?
Striking while the iron's hot.
Before they move into Waziristan.
We combine forces. Send Coney packing back to Moscow.
I like the sound of that.
Good. Let's unleash the beast then, shall we?
So the Season 5 cinematic cutscene starts out with Graves walking into a room specifically addressing Farah Karim. It appears as though she actually set up this meeting with the leader of Shadow Company, which just so happens to be Commander Phillip Graves. Now, there seems to be a cordialness between Farah and even Alex and Graves themselves. Now, this is weird because of the next thing that we see. Alex ends up asking about Phillip Graves being dead inside of a tank at the end of the campaign, and that's exactly what we saw. We saw a gunfight between Soap, Rudolph, and of course Graves seemingly in the tank. But as we've talked about many times, if you don't see a character die, they are probably not dead. And just like our prediction, he was not inside that tank whatsoever. Now, why is this conversation between Farah and Alex and Graves and not any of the other members of Task Force 141? Well, that answer is simple. Within the campaign, Graves ends up turning on specifically Alejandro Vargas, Ghost, Soap, Captain Price, and all of the other characters that were present throughout the campaign. Farah and Alex really weren't big in there. However, we also know that Shadow Company, and specifically Commander Phillip Graves, have really helped out the Urzikstan Liberation Forces. And the reasoning for this is because during the Modern Warfare 2019 campaign, the Urzikstan Liberation Forces, aka Farah's forces, got ruled a terrorist organization.
As much as we can all hear the ice in the glass, I'm afraid our toast has to wait. Hadir and his new friends are on the move.
What are they?
One step at a time.
No one said they're friends.
The general would tend to disagree.
Norris, I asked you to let me
Tell
handle-
him, Laswell, or I will.
Command has officially redesignated Farah's forces.
You want to translate that from bullshit to English?
It means they're on the list.
What list?
Foreign terror organization list. I've ordered my Marines to treat Farah's army as hostiles.
What? They're our allies.
Yeah, not anymore.
You keep your Muppets on a short string, Colonel.
Now, a lot of you are probably wondering why they are being so nice to Phillip Graves, and that would be why. They have helped out the Urzikstan Liberation Forces against Al-Qatala and against the Russians. So Graves isn't necessarily all evil like we pictured him to be. However, people like Vargas, Price, Soap and Ghost would probably tend to disagree, and once we see a meeting between them, I think it's going to be a lot more hostile. Now this brings us to our next tidbit of information, and that would be General Shepard.
You've been helpful to our cause.
You can thank General Shepard for that.
Been a minute since we heard from the general.
Well, he's been, occupied.
War is everywhere.
Ain't that the truth?
Now, the last we heard from General Shepard, he was very high up in the military, however, was kind of disavowed when he lied about really everything. He was the one that sent Shadow Company in with a bunch of ballistic missiles and then were taken by Russians, given to Alcatala, and then he tried to cover up everything once again using Shadow Company. So you really could paint Graves as the bad guy, but the one ordering him around was indeed General Shepard. Now, he appears to still be alive and still giving orders to Shadow Company, but is probably out of the American military after what he has done, and what Kate Laswell says at the end of the campaign.
Any son of Shepard?
Totally off the grid.
Oh, we'll find him.
Now we've got bigger fish.
Now, as we talk about this, keep in mind that the biggest enemy of General Shepard is indeed the Coney Ultranationalists, the same people that ended up taking the ballistic missiles from him and Shadow Company. So that is how this all kind of fits together, and that brings us to the future. What is happening next and Graves' plans?
Battle plan.
Al-Mazrah.
Russians are in country.
Yeah, Coney Group. Whew. Right in your backyard.
What do you propose?
Striking while the iron's hot.
Before they move into Waterzikstan.
We combine forces. Send Coney packing back to Moscow.
I like the sound of that.
Good. Let's unleash the beast then, shall we?
So to sum that up, the Coney Ultranationalists have moved in on Al-Mazrah, which is right on the border of Urzikstan. And as far as this goes, when it comes to the Coney Ultranationalists, what we know from the lore of Call of Duty is the leader of them is none other than Vladimir Makarov. So they are moving in, and in turn, Task Force 141, specifically Alex and Farah, are teaming up with Shadow Company, specifically Graves, to put an end to this before it even begins. Now, the question is, what are the Coney Ultranationalist plans within Al-Mazrah? Why are they coming here, and what are they planning on doing? That is what we are going to be finding out with that Warzone event, and also what is going to be happening next. So just as a quick summary, essentially what we know, Graves is alive. He was never in that tank. He is still working for Shadow Company, who appears to be led by none other than General Shepard. Aside from this, Coney Ultranationalists are moving in on Al-Mazrah, and we are going to be fighting as Task Force 141 alongside Shadow Company against the Ultranationalists to stop them in their tracks before they can do anything too crazy and send them back to Russia. So it appears as though a lot is going to be happening, and if there is a lot happening, what you're going to want is a pair of these glasses. These are Gamer Advantage glasses. They are blue light glasses. They help protect your eyes from the blue light that's emitted from your screens. So it allows you to game longer, play harder, and on top of that, avoid any of that eye strain or headaches. It also helps you sleep at night so you can get up the next day and game all over again without having red eyes or itchy eyes or painful headaches or anything like that. And if you want a pair of them, check out my link down in the description. If you use code INK at checkout, you get yourself 10% off. They look great. They work really well. So check them out. They're a great sponsor of the channel. And of course, by doing so, you're helping support the channel as well. And by doing so, we get to do more videos like this. More story videos, lots more coming. I'm excited to see where this is going. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, notifications. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars.